Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Marketing Gamble. If you're new here, my name's Louis. This is kind of me documenting how I'm starting and growing my business while I'm at my final year of university. I've got a marketing business which helps financial service businesses get more leads and get more customers. So what I do at the start of every episode obviously is I break down what I've been doing in the last few weeks, how my business has been going, what I've been doing to grow it, and then after I've spoken about that, I talk about the marketing sort of tips and secrets and lessons that I'm learning whilst I'm growing my business. So the last few weeks have been really, really good. They've been possibly the best last few weeks. There's probably the best moment for the last year that I've ever had in my business. It's been absolutely amazing. But at the same time, and this is why I thought it was really good to share this, I had an absolutely amazing moment, really high, and then I had a really low. So I thought I'd talk about it more now. So starting with the high, obviously I talked about it in a previous episode, but I just released my first ever funnel that I spent loads and loads of time on myself. I have released funnels before, but this was my first big funnel for my business. So I released that. And I also started networking with lots of people in my industry who have a following, appearing on their podcasts originally I was just trying to go and build relationships, but then they offered to refer me and things like that. So building relationships with those people and releasing my lead magnet, they basically happened at the exact same time. And from my lead magnet course, I just wanted 1 or 2 people to download my free course. And that had 64 people to date download it. So I was like, oh my God. And then from the people referring me, in combination with that, I've had about 20 sales calls over the last 2 weeks. And I'm full. So I've got 3 clients because I got a new client recently. And I've had these 20 sales calls and I'm full. So now I've got half of these people just waiting on a waiting list to come and do business with me. And for me, I don't know, it's quite overwhelming, I think, because at the first, when I first saw those people download my course, I had all those sales calls and then had all those people on the waiting list. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I've got all these people who are waiting to do business with me. My business is working. It's a success. I'm doing it. I'm doing great. And I was really, really happy about it. I was really excited. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then the next day I woke up and I just remember being sat there and I was like, I had a really high and I was like, I'm really overwhelmed by this now. I was like, I don't really know what to do. I've got these 3 clients who I've got to make sure I'm getting really good results for. I've got all my content I've got to keep posting because now I've got people who are regularly interacting with it. And I've also got these list of 64 people that I've got to do something with. I've got these 20 people on sales calls that I've got 10 people who didn't buy from me who I've got to go and remarket to. I've got 10 people who are on a waiting list who I've got to figure out to do something with. And it's I had all this happen and initially I was really happy with it, and I'm still really happy with it now. It's amazing. But then straight after I was like, I don't know what to do. And all of a sudden I think because I had that moment, because over the last couple of months I've just been working, head down, posting my content, marketing to people, trying to build connections, trying to get more clients. I've just been head down. And I think when I had all those people downloading my course, I had those sales calls. It's one of the first times I ever stopped and kind of didn't just took a step back. And because I wasn't head down, I kind of thought I felt very out of my depth all of a sudden, which I haven't felt for a very long time. And it was, it was pretty strange. I mean, that day I didn't really work because I was just I was very stressed, to be honest, about what I do with all these people that I've got. And yeah, it was just, I'm normally very next thing, take action. And for that day I was just very I don't know what to do. I felt very overwhelmed, basically. But I still carried on, with the work. In the day, even though I found it really difficult to work and I was getting really distracted because of everything that was going on, but I still worked. I didn't sit down and do absolutely nothing. Like, I still worked, still posted on LinkedIn and did the things that needed to be done. But I just remember feeling this, like, oh my God, this is really hard. Still feel it now, to be honest, a little bit, but I'm coming to terms with like what I've got to do, and I'm just getting used to it. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But as I say, like, it's just one of those things. I've carried on working, getting things done, and slowly, like today, it's picking up. I'm getting back to my routines that I was doing properly. I'm getting lots of work done. But yeah, I think I just got overwhelmed with like all of that. Then I've got my degree, and then I've got like other stuff as well, you know, just normal stuff like going to the gym. I think it all just became quite a lot. I kind of took a step back and I saw it all. I was like, oh my God, I've got so much stuff. And then I became overwhelmed by it all. But yeah, back to kind of starting to get back to normal now, starting everything to feel good. And I will keep going. I never thought about giving up or anything. It's just overwhelmed me. So yeah, it's hard, and you know, you have these high highs, but then they can be met with, you know, some lows. And I think sometimes online it looks like people's businesses are like this one kind of thing that slowly compounds over time, and that they're very smooth with it. You know, as the business grows, they grow, and that is the case. But I feel like sometimes, you know, the business almost outgrew me, and then I had to kind of catch up, and like that's how I feel like it's going. And I'm always, but the more just keep going with it, and you know, I will improve. I just got to stick with it, and that's how things are. But that's where I'm up with my business. That's how I've been feeling recently. Onto the marketing side of things that I wanted to talk about today, and it comes from the lead magnet funnel that I built, because I believe that was my first ever irresistible offer that I ever built. Like I've tried to build some for clients in the past, but I mean for myself, like it's the first ever irresistible offer that people talk about, like, or as Alex Hormozy calls it, the first grand slam offer. I think that's the first ever one that I built for myself. And basically, what it was is they get four 15-minute, a 1 hour video course teaching them how to build a system that gets them leads without that gets some leads which actually convert into sales. Teach them how to build that system. It comes with a free PDF workbook so they can work the whole way through. It's got like documents of workbooks. It comes with a bonus Facebook ad strategy and a bonus content marketing strategy. And at the end, they get a special gift to speak to me one-on-one, absolutely for free. Like no sales or anything like that, just about how to build it. They get a one-on-one consultation. So they get the course, the workbook, the ads strategy, the content strategy, and the consultation. They get all that for free. So they get all of that for free. And that was like the first, and I wrote it all out in this funnels page, and I sent it to all these people. I think the reason I got 64 people so far to download it is just because, like, there's no reason for them not to download it. Like, they got presented with it and they were like, well, I would be stupid to say no to it. That's the whole point. And I realized that I think part of the reason why it's done so well in my eyes, it's done really well, and I'm really happy with it, is because I made an irresistible offer. I thought about, okay, what do these people need, and what do these people want? They want more leads, but they don't just want more leads. They want more sales. Like, people don't want leads, they want sales. And then I thought, okay, on what problems have they had? Well, a lot of the consultants and coaches and people like that. And I also know there are a lot of products in the industry that, you know, they say what they say, but they don't do what they do. And they're normally, that doesn't make sense. They say what they say, but they don't do what they do. What am I on about? They promise a lot of things, and then they don't deliver, or they take a long time to deliver, or they're met behind like a large price wall that a lot of people can't afford. So I looked at all that and I thought, I'm just going to give something that I know will solve their problems. I'm just going to give it to them completely for free, and then I'm going to over deliver even more. and I've got really positive feedback on the course as well from everyone saying like they really liked it, they thought it was great. I've had someone who's like, I'm emailing and he like quoted me from the course, and he was like, hey, well, you know, when you said this, I've been using it, like, I don't know, it's just cool that I got quoted. But yeah, so I think what happened is I made this irresistible offer, and that's what made the marketing so successful. Now I'll talk about how I actually, so when I marketed the course, the first thing I did was I made a post just about how to get leads that actually convert, and at the bottom I put a photo of me like doing the course with the funnel, and at the bottom I just put a PS, I'm about to release a course in 14 days. Then I made a post a week before, I think I made a post a day before, and then I made a post on the day hyping it up, and then I just released it. And yeah, and then I made another post a week later promoting it again, and I got some of the people who I'd made referral connections to post it, and they 64 people downloaded it. And I think the reason they downloaded it is just because I made this irresistible offer. So what have I learned about irresistible offers? So far I think I've learned the ways that make it easier to craft one is to first pick a niche, because niche have specific problems, and as part of your irresistible offer you can build products or offers that solve those problems. So the reason like my offer was successful was because I know that mortgage brokers, they don't struggle to just get leads, but they struggle to convert those leads into customers. So I made a product or I gave them a course that made the system that got them leads and converted them. So I made an offer that solved a specific problem they had, which is more valuable to them. So I learned that, which is pick a niche to solve specific problems. The second thing is I also learned that if you can deliver it in multiple media ways, it becomes more valuable. So a video course, a workbook, and PDF and the slides, like just giving more stuff, and it's all the same thing but just delivered in different ways, it appears more valuable, because like a video seems more valuable than a guide, but then if you put a workbook on top of there, like it just, there's more stuff, so it seems more valuable. And then the other thing I learned as well is like in my marketing I followed like the pain, agitate, solve, which was, if you don't know what that is, that's called the PAS. It's like Dan Kennedy, I think, reinforces it quite a lot. But it's like in my funnel page, it was the pain of, you know, getting leads but they never actually convert to sales, and then I agitated it by like, you know, and then you're spending all this time posting 17 times a week on social media, you're spending money on ads and you're getting these leads but they're never going anywhere. You know, you've got bills to pay, you've got staff to pay, you've got a family to feed. Like I started twisting the knife in a lot with my agitate, and then the solution was, but there's this system that can, you know, deliver everything I've talked about, and it's for free. So like I showed them their problem, and then I just gave them this thing which they literally can't say no to because it's completely free. Yeah, and that's, so what else have I learned about biz? So building an irresistible offer, I've learned like different types of media really increase the value of your offer. If you go after a niche and you solve specific problems, that really increases the value of your offer. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, like my offer was good because it was free, and it appeared like massively discounted to what it should be worth, because for what I made, people would charge like a couple of £100 for, to be honest, and I gave it to them completely for free. So there's another reason. Like I didn't show them this in my marketing either, which I probably should have done, but like the reason it becomes such a clear offer is because people know that there are other things in the industry like this that are a couple £100 and they're getting it for free. So that's the other thing. I made something that's like, people would I actually asked myself, like, would people pay for this? Yes, I'm gonna make it free. Like not like that, because obviously some products you need to make money out of, but like my free thing, I didn't want, if I downloaded it, would I have been happy to pay a little, like pay some money for it? Yes. Therefore, if I give it away for free, it's even better. I think sometimes people fall into the trap of when they're making a lead magnet and a free thing, they get it in their mind that I'm giving it away for free, so it doesn't have to be very good. And the problem with that is, this is the other thing I've learned, is that if you give somebody something for free and it's shit, then they associate that value, like the product being shit, with your business. So I made it really, really good because then they associate my business with being really, really good. I've gone off on a lot of tangents on this, but yeah, going back to the irresistible offer, I think the reason my lead magnet course was so successful in my eyes was because I made an irresistible offer, and I've learned how to make an irresistible offer better by going after niches, solving specific problems, delivering it in multimedia, and basically taking something that I would pay for or the prospect would pay for and giving it to them for free or at a really large discount. And yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about in today's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you have any marketing questions, or you have any questions about my business, or you just want to meet and chat, happy to. Yeah. Comment any questions you have, and I'll see you in next week's episode.